Undoubtedly, the biggest, most exciting news to break in the world of electric cars is, of course, that the Tesla Supercharger network is opening up to us lot. Yes, you and I that don't drive a Tesla can now use the Tesla Supercharger network. Now, watch this video to learn everything you need to know on how to use it, how easy it can be. And in the meantime, remember to like and subscribe. First, you'll need to find a charger. If you have a Tesla, the sat-nav will guide you straight in. But if you have a different make of car, you need to do a bit of research. Now, you see, not all of the Tesla Supercharger sites are actually open to everyone. There is a specific list. Now, what we're going to do is include those stations in the description below, and we will keep updating it. But as it currently stands, there are 15 Tesla Supercharger sites with a total of 158 charge points. Now, that doesn't sound like a huge amount at the moment, but it is expected to expand. So keep an eye on electrifying.com or in the description below for an update. You can also, of course, use the Tesla app to find out those locations. Now, downloading the app is a crucial part of the puzzle, so you are going to need it. As soon as you open up the app, it says charge your non-Tesla. Click on that and it will show you where your nearest charging site is. You can see here it's selected the Wokingham one, which I'm currently at. If you want to look at a bigger area, you can zoom out on the map and let's go search this region. And there we have it. They are the charging sites open up to everybody. Really useful. The other thing that you can do down here is actually click on the charging site and it will bring up more information. So here we can see that 14 of the 16 stalls are available, and looking around I can see that that is true. And it's also going to give you the price as well, which is really useful. 61p per kilowatt hour, and actually down here it says 47p per kilowatt hour with membership, but we'll talk a bit about that later. And you can also see how much it's going to cost you to just idly sit here once you've finished charging. £1 a minute. You don't want to be caught out doing that. Now, another important bit to note is that these chargers are only going to work with CCS equipped cars. So that rules out things like Nissan Leafs, some Lexus models, and also the early Renault Zoes. Now, first things first, sunny's on, because if you suffer from hay fever, you'll understand why. Now, if you have a Tesla, you will plug in, the car and the charging point has a bit of a conversation. They sort out the financials between themselves and it gets charging pretty quickly. It is nice and straightforward. If you don't have a Tesla, it's a bit more complicated. Right, let's get charging. First of all, grab the CCS plug. Now, what you will instantly notice is just how short the charging cable is. So you do need to park quite close to the charge point. Also, do use a bit of charging etiquette. Don't take up 2 spaces by parking bang in the middle of 2. So with a bit of a stretch and with a bit of a wiggle, that's plugged in. Right, now I'm plugged in, I go back to the app and select the charger number on the app. So in the app, it's called the stall number. We know it's 2B, so I'm going to select that, get started, and then it's going to ask me to add my payment method, add a credit card. Excuse me, no peeking. I'm pretty good at spending money on this card already. I don't need your help. Okay, so let's put in my details. It says it can take up to 2 minutes to connect, but I hear things clicking in the charger unit, so something is definitely happening. This is amazing. We are officially up and running in an Audi at a Tesla Supercharger site. Amazing. We can see here the charging is active, says 55 minutes remaining. And then on the app, you've got all the information that you'd need, the charging rate, the total cost, and the energy used. One thing left to do, sit back, relax. Oh, feed the baby. Non-members like myself can still use the chargers at a higher kilowatt hour price. 60p per kilowatt hour is the average. Now here it's 61p, so this isn't something that you'd want to use too regularly. The next nearest site is in Uxbridge, and that's only 42p or 28p with the membership. Much more reasonable. So bear in mind, it is worth doing a bit of research if you're doing a trip that will pass 2 sites. Now, there is another cost to bear in mind too, and it's called the idle fee. Love that name. And basically what it means is once you're at 100% capacity, you will be charged £1 per minute for the joy of just sitting here at this supercharger site. So it's not something you want to really be doing. I do love the concept though, because it means that people aren't just going to be sitting around taking up space and much needed charging points. However, it could be quite a costly mistake if you get caught napping. Right, let's see how we're getting on. Oh, 70% charge. This is very positive. Ooh, £15.25. That is quite expensive, bearing in mind we already had about 35% charge at the start of this. So that is plenty for me to get home. I'm immediately going to stop charging, which is literally as simple as pressing the button stop. And that is all there is to it. Nice one, Elon. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you know when our latest video has landed. Plus, you can find out everything you need to know about making that all-important switch to electric at electrifying.com.